What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Majai Bernie, Jai, aka Mr. Money Man, aka I do real estate, aka I'm an entrepreneur. Look, man, coming to give you the news, the blues, and the clues to get your money right, get your life right, and ultimately put you in a position of winning. And like we always like to say, it's no longer about the why. It's about what's the reason. What's the reason we do what we do. Look, man, we just trying to change the narrative in the household. We're trying to change the mindset. You know, we trying to tap into a new paradigm. You know, change the mindset, man. Like, look, we gotta set up the generations to come, man. We gotta quit thinking about ourselves and start putting things in place for the next generation. So, with that being said, man, I've been out for a minute, man. I've been doing little bitty, you know, little posts here and there, man, but I haven't been doing a lot of real estate videos. I'm still doing deals, man. Just probably this is actually April, the first week of April. So actually it's April 3rd, Saturday, April 3rd, and I think I did maybe 4 or 5 deals for the month of March. Bought some land, bought a couple lots. And did a couple JV deals with one of my close partners. You know, he brought the deal, I brought the buyer. You know, we got paid at the end of the day, and I actually sold one of my rehabs. We actually closed on it the last week of the month. I believe it was on last Friday. So March was a pretty decent month, man. You know, this, like I said, the first week of April. So but I've been shifting, man. I've been shifting a lot of things that I'm doing, man. I've been tapping into some shit that a lot of people ain't used to, not used to talking about. And I kind of was hinting at it, man, in a lot of my videos. You know, just you know, when I speak of, you know, changing the mindset and things like that, well, that comes with educating ourselves and changing what it is, how we operate, things like that. So for me, yes, I'm engaged in credit restoration, trade lines, and not just all this, you know, BS that be floating out here. Like, we legitimately plugged into a real trade line source, primary trade lines of credit, things like that. You know, when we talk about we buy money, it's something that we actually there's a method to what it is that we preach when we speak that. So I've been engaging into that, and like I like to tell people, man, with any new business or with any venture, man, there's a learning curve. You know, you gotta set yourself up, and it ain't just a smooth transition. A lot of principles of business still apply, but it's always a learning curve, man. And for me, I don't take that shit lightly. You know, I understand that, you know, 3-6 month process. You know, it doesn't stop me from operating, but I just know I'm not gonna fully be able to execute things on a manner I want to understand what the hell what it is that I'm doing. But also in the midst of that, I understand that success is slow cooked. You know, like my mentor is telling me, you know, which I tell everybody, like, this shit is not microwavable. So with that, you know, the whole credit thing, you know, that, the restoration, but then also moving into the, you know, the business acquisition phase, you know, doing a little bit more deep diving in that, trying to understand that whole play, you know, as a whole, and due diligence around some of those type of things, you know. And then just with the mix of all of that, man, learning about you know, operating in a sovereign capacity, you know, which that's probably been the biggest and most time-consuming capacity, understanding laws, constitution, and things like that. So a lot of my time has been geared around understanding the whole sovereign in a whole. just what that is and how to apply to your life, you know, the benefits and owning yourself instead of, you know, being owned or being controlled by the government. So with that, that's been the biggest time consumption. And then, man, I have a family, I have life and stuff like that. So it's just like, man, it's been a real demanding situation here. Damn, that was a quick turn. But you know, hey man, with anything that's life changing, man, come great responsibility. So I haven't been just fully deep diving in real estate, man. I'm to just be honest, man, I'm really phasing a lot of shit out of my life. But the more and more I dig into it, I understand, like, you know, look, I'm trying to do mergers and acquisitions, debt restructuring. So with that, it's just like any other real estate transaction. So that's why I think real estate will still be an integral part, even though I'm not just going to be fulfilling smaller single-family homes on the whole as just my main source of business, which I've operated in that for the last, you know, 12 years. You know, just pretty much single-family, maybe duplex here and there. So now it's more so looking at business acquisition and apartment complex, something that I've been looking at for some time. But so with this whole new in the midst of all this stuff that I got going on, man, just want to come in and talk to my people, let them know what's up, you know, not always pushing the little credit shit on them, you know, little snippets here and there, little video shorts and stuff like that, but like really want to just give y'all some sustenance of what your boy got going on, you know, how we're going to be rocking, and just really, man, understanding like this whole sovereign stuff, man, like that shit is big, you know, you can, and anytime, you know, you try to bring up, like, look, you do understand that the United States is a corporation. You know, you do understand that your birth certificate, your social security card, you know, all these different things is in the benefit of the government. Like, you know, this type of stuff is traded on the New York stock market, you know, the stock exchange. So getting your full-fledged rights is mandatory, just understanding that. And if you just say, well, okay, I am free, and obviously you're still operating in a manner of not truly understanding this whole matrix that we're living in. So but with that, it just further lets me know that the responsibility factor increased 20-fold by going down this route. So it's kind of just been something, man, that's been consuming a lot of time. You really gotta, you know, is this the manner in which I want to operate? Is this how I want to live? You know, for the weak of heart, you know, they can't vibe with it because it puts a lot of it removes you from the government benefits. It removes you from a lot of economic stimulation that takes place that the average citizen benefits from, but acting in a private capacity, you will not benefit from it because you're putting everybody on notice that I control my own affairs. And for anybody who just says like, hey, I do that right now, then like I say, this is not for you because you don't understand how this whole system was built, what it was built on, the principle it was built on, and you're still taking the other pill, man. But I will say I will be doing more videos, and look, I'm not an expert by any means, man, so like, look, the stuff I'm talking about, I'm like, you know, I'm grasping the concepts more and more. I connect a lot of things, but do I know it on the level of teaching or preaching it or this and that? Like, no, I don't. So And the more and more I get fluent with it, you know, I'll talk about it, you know, even go through the processes of what I'm doing. But I wanted to let my people know, man, your boy's still out here grinding. Had a decent month of March. I got my other rehab,
Continue on Texas 114 East for 2 miles.
The property that we just finished, I mean, it is finished. It's on the market. Got it listed at $425. By far my biggest property that we've done to date. I've done. So that's on the market, and I'm looking for more, man. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, just do a complete shift and not do real estate, but just wanted to come in and talk to y'all, man, see what's going on. So that's the movement with your boy, man. Like I say, I will be talking a lot more sovereignty, secured party type of thing. So that's the correct terminology. You know, I will be speaking on secured party transactions and things like that, how to operate in a secured manner. And with that come great responsibility. But then I also be doing, you know, hey, real estate transactions. Like, look, I'm buying businesses. Just want to show y'all, man, that, you know, there should always be an evolution going on. You know, the mind should always be evolving. And at any moment where you feel like, you know, if you've done enough or you've mastered something, I would say challenge yourself to master something else. And for me, that's where I'm going. That's where I am going. And everybody won't understand it, man. Everybody won't understand it. You know, I got a guy that, you know, I'm calling the guy, and I'm pretty sure I talked about this, but I called an attorney, wanted him to actually draft up some documents for me, and he was like, well, look, you know, he got to ask me about, you know, my endeavors and what I do and things like that, you know. So he felt it was his place to tell me, continue to master real estate. I'm like, there's nothing else for me to master. You know, I've done real estate. I've done it in my own mind. Yes, there's another level to the success I can have from real estate, but to me, that doesn't come at a monetary value. Like, I don't need to make $1 billion in real estate for me to say that I've mastered real estate. I've mastered wholesaling. I've mastered fix and flips. I've done hundreds. And the outcome has always been the same. I bought it at a discount. I made money on the purchase. The way I structured my deals, I did the rehabs, whether they was on budget, below budget, or above budget, and I've exited the deal with a profit. And that's for every single real estate rehab I have done. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Yo. So there's nothing else for me to master. You know?
Take the US 81 South ramp on the left.
Nothing else for me to master. So, you know, people will always try to give you, well, you know, to me this is what success looks like, but if you don't have a clear definition of success in your own mind, it's going to be pointless, you know. Can't nobody determine what success is for me, because once I reach a level of, I can look back and I can reflect on it and I can say I've done this. I made tens of millions of dollars doing real estate. Those are facts. You know, we've bought well over, you know, tens of millions of dollars in real estate, whether that was single-handedly or through my partnerships that I was a part of. So to me, I have nothing else to prove when it comes to single-family homes. No, I wasn't a developer. I never went in it with the intentions of becoming a developer. Now, is there different levels of it? Of course there is. I know that. I recognize that. I understand that. But for me, and my thing is, people will always tell you, you know, hey, you know, this is what success looks like to them. You know, this is how my partner did. Like, look, okay, I get it. You know, but I'm not a one-trick pony, and I don't think anybody who was ever superly successful was a one-trick pony. You know, you go back and you look at somebody as far as Steve Jobs and all these, like, people, when he went from Pixar to, you know, the Apple, from the computers to the, you know, the technology, the theory behind the business, you know, is similar. But look, he went from product to companies to, you know, so, and there was always an evolution of betterment. Pretty sure, you know, he would be something else, you know, whether that's, you know, I don't know, but I'm just saying, you look at somebody like a Elon, you know, you look at someone like a Warren Buffett, you know, these guys understood, you know, I went from being an accountant and a financial person to owning businesses, understanding businesses, and it's not just like a stock game, you know, you have to understand certain industries, or you have to understand certain principles of business, and that can lead you down a different endeavor just off of those principles. So, but that's it for now, man. I'm just on my way back to the office, and would just say, man, like, look, y'all stay tuned, man. It's bigger, better, bolder things coming. Just kind of update, refill y'all in on certain things that's going on, man, and let you know that if I can do it, man, you're talking about somebody. Super humongous family, man, 15 children, you know, 2 households amongst other households, as well as operating a business, a couple different industries, rehab, clothing line, couple other different little business ventures, and it's never, you know, convicted felon, high school dropout, no college courses, no college education, who have literally, for the most part, man, I say, you know, work for myself my entire adulthood. You know, I can literally count from the time I got out of prison, 2001. I've had 4 at max jobs, actual W-2 jobs. And 2 of them was related in the industry that I had got my vocational training in auto repair. You know, I did go and do that, you know. Did that for maybe about 18 months, 2 years maybe. Got licensed in that field, ran an auto repair shop, you know, 4 or 5 years. And I took a job, like 2 jobs in the midst of that whole little spiel, and then I learned about real estate, and I've been doing that since then. So if I can do it, man, anybody can do it. So that's kind of just where it's at, man. I just want to let y'all know that. Stay tuned, bigger and better, man. It's your boy, JK, Mr. Money Man, aka I do real estate, aka I'm an entrepreneur. Kind of give you the news, the blues, and the clues to get your money right. Like we like to say, it's no longer about the why, it's about what's the reason we do what we do. Look, man, we got to change the mindset, we got to change the narrative in the household, we got to do better. You know, can't just sit back and be stagnant with progression forward. You know, we got to move forward. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to educate ourselves, we got to educate the children, you know, our offsprings, man. We got to give them something to look forward to. We got to give them a head start. So, you know, hopefully we can do this one household at a time, one person at a time, know, but collectively as we all engage in these type of journeys, as a collective, the outcome will be very, very tremendous on a grander scale, So let's keep going, man. Let's keep pushing forward. Let's keep fighting, man, and let's keep changing the narrative, man. Lay the foundation, build a foundation, man, and let's go up from here. So this your boy rocking out with y'all, man. I'll see y'all at the next one. Peace out.